Welcome to Is This Rumor a Real Rumor? A series that I'll be doing over the next month in regards to rumors that might affect your Portland Trail Blazers. Today, we're talking about the Brooklyn Nets wanting to hang on to Mikal Bridges. In this series, I'm going to go into why a rumor might be real, but also why a rumor might be fake. And then at the end of these videos, I'll give my grade on the rumor. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it subjective? I'll let you guys know what I think. I think this is a great series to parse through all the noise that you'll hear around the NBA, especially in regards to the Blazers as they hold the third overall pick. Teams at the top of the draft normally have a little bit of noise regarding that pick, whether it's who they might potentially take, who they're interested in, rumors about specific prospects. We've already had some conflicting rumors on Brandon Miller and how he's interviewing, but then especially in the Blazers' position where they're looking to win next year, there's a ton of rumors about what they might trade the third pick for. So with all that noise, this series will be great. Another reason why I want to do this series is GMing is a game of chess. By the way, shout out to all my chess players out there. If you're around 1500, hit me up. But GMing is a game of chess. GMs will leak fake rumors in order to play up the value of certain assets or play down the value of other teams' assets in order to try and create narratives that affect negotiations. And then you have agents for certain players who have been known to leak specific things in their players' best interest, and things can get very, very messy. I will try and dialogue this game of chess as it happens, because it can get very confusing if you just take every rumor at face value. So with that introduction out of the way, today, the rumor we're talking about regards Mikal Bridges and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, before we talk about the Mikal rumor, I want to talk about something that happened with this Brooklyn Nets franchise at this past year's trade deadline regarding Kevin Durant. I think it's good to establish what patterns certain front offices might have, as it makes it easier to parse through the noise surrounding those franchises. On February 7th, there was a report that said that the Nets are reportedly telling teams that they don't plan on trading Kevin Durant ahead of the trade deadline. The very next day, they traded Kevin Durant. Adrian Wojnarowski's tweet on that day stated this: "In the aftermath of the Kyrie Irving trade, the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant are having ongoing conversations on the direction of the franchise. But organization has thus far told inquiring teams that they're not planning to trade him before Thursday's deadline," sources tell ESPN. Now, of course, then KD asked for a trade and the Nets obliged and traded him where he wanted to go. So that is something that is very unlikely to play out in the Mikal Bridges situation, but it is worth noting that the Nets told teams they weren't trading Kevin Durant and then they traded him. The other factor that's not consistent from a KD trade to a hypothetical Mikal Bridges trade is the Nets didn't have to play up the value of Kevin Durant. It's Kevin freaking Durant. Once Matt Ishbia got brought into the fold, he was willing to have James Jones give up whatever the Brooklyn Nets wanted in a Kevin Durant trade, and the Brooklyn Nets got a haul. Of course, that's how Mikal Bridges got there. Now, as we head into the summer, Mikal Bridges is coming off a stellar 27-game sample of star-level play for the Nets. In 34 minutes per game, he averaged 26 points, 4.5 rebounds, and almost 3 assists. He shot 53% from 2, 37.6% from 3 for a true shooting percentage in Brooklyn of almost 61%. That is elite star-level production on the offensive side of the ball, and defensively, Mikal Bridges is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Now, his perimeter defense suffered a little bit in Brooklyn, but that's to be expected for a guy carrying that much of the offensive burden. So it's quite obvious why he might make sense in a Portland Trail Blazer uniform, especially since Damian Lillard likes him so much. But the problem is, it was reported by The Athletic's Alex Schiffer that Brooklyn is not interested in trading Mikal Bridges in a hypothetical trade for the Portland Trail Blazers' third overall pick. Schiffer is The Athletic's Brooklyn Nets beat writer and had a tweet that said, "Those Mikal Bridges / Blazers trade rumors are all talk. Nets aren't interested." Here's why this rumor could be true. Mikal looked like an absolute star in a Brooklyn Nets uniform, and whenever a player comes in and plays at the level that Mikal Bridges did for the Nets last year, it's obvious why the Nets would view him as a star. The problem is with Mikal is it only was a 27-game sample size, so can he keep up that ability for an entire season? And can he put up those numbers and that production offensively on a team that wins? The Nets, of course, made the playoffs, but a lot of that is due to having Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on their roster for a good part of the season. With Mikal Bridges, the Nets went 12-15 in the regular season. And then in the playoffs, they got swept by the Philadelphia 76ers. So this could have been a product of inflated offensive numbers on a bad team, and it could be the case that Mikal Bridges still is only a fringe all-star level player on a good team. He belongs on a good team for sure. Being 26 and entering his prime, he's a really, really good role player, even if he's just that. But from a Brooklyn Nets perspective, viewing him in a Brooklyn Nets uniform, what they saw was a star. What the rest of the league sees is somebody who might be a star, but there isn't enough sample to tell. This creates a gap in value where Bridges might be more valuable to the Nets than other teams view him, and that makes a hypothetical deal tough. So from the outside looking in, the third pick, especially if Scoot Henderson is still on the board, makes a ton of sense for Mikal Bridges value-wise, but it could be the case that the Nets are so high on Mikal that even Scoot Henderson wouldn't interest them. That's why this rumor might be real. But this rumor might also be fake. The smart thing for Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets to do would be to play up the value of Mikal Bridges, to make it seem like they're not interested in trading for him, and to sway opposing teams into the mindset of, oh, we are going to have to give a ton in order to get this guy. It sets the tone from the start of negotiations that the Nets are going to play hardball, and it buys them the time to see if other teams will come around to their asking price, and it buys them the freedom to lower it later on. So it could be that the Nets have a lot of interest in trading Mikal Bridges for the number 3 overall pick, but they want to see if they can hardball the Portland Trail Blazers into giving up more value. What that extra value is, I don't know. It could be additional first-round picks. It could be Anthony Simons. The Brooklyn Nets might even think they can get Shaedon Sharpe out of a deal. Obviously, for Portland, that could be a bit much, but playing up the value of Mikal Bridges by leaking that the Nets wouldn't be interested in the third pick for him would be a smart GM play from Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets. That is a part of the game of chess that GMing is. My grade on this rumor is it is speculative. It might be true that the Nets hold Mikal Bridges in this high of a regard and have no interest in the third pick for him, but without even knowing who's on the board at 3, it's hard to say that that's completely true. Scoot Henderson is a phenomenal prospect, has superstar potential, and I could see the Brooklyn Nets falling in love with him down the line and trading Mikal Bridges for him. I think we're too early in the draft process to be sure that rumors like this are completely true, but I'm not sure it's fake either, so it's speculative. Anyway, thank you for tuning in for this edition of Is This Rumor a Real Rumor? Leave a like on this video so I know that you like this type of video, and I'll make sure to do more of them if that's the case. Subscribe to the channel if you want up-to-date information on trade rumors as we head into this draft process. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.